would you say that you're, I mean, it's totally different to the last question, but would you say you're having to use the internet more currently in this situation?
Yes, I am. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, yes, I mean, for meetings particularly, since during the whole shutdown, I've been on the council at the Royal Academy, which is a thing that, you know, you have to take your turn on that. And it just so happens that I've been on that. So we've been having fortnightly meetings, you know, sort of 2 or 3 hour meetings and various other. So, you know, in terms of contacting clients and showing people ideas for what I'm doing and that sort of thing, I have used it quite a lot. And also, I mean, weirdly, it's been, you know, I've sold a lot of sculpture in this period,
Wow.
strangely. I've got a lot of commissions, which
Great.
is very, you know, it's kind of counterintuitive in many ways, but I don't know whether it's people being in lockdown, looking out at their gardens, thinking, "Oh, what, you know, be nice to have a sculpture on the lawn or something."
Something else to look at.
Yeah, and I also think, I mean, I do remember this actually, a similar sort of thing happening a little bit during the financial crash in 2008, when actually people, you know, I did rather well. People were buying rather a lot of sculpture, and there may be an element. I remember my accountant at the time said that when, in times of financial uncertainty, when people don't know where to put their money, if they happen to be lucky enough to have any money, actually something which has longevity and is very tangible and, you know,
Without a doubt.
disappear
Yeah.
overnight, and something you can kind of stub your toe on is rather more attractive than some sort of, you know, shares in something you don't really know what it's all
You
about.
can't
So,
see or
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. So you can definitely stub your toe on my things anyway.
No, that's right. Well, you might stub your toe, but not in the way that you would like to on a sculpture, perhaps. Yeah.
No, exactly.
Yeah. So what changes are you seeing to the art market then? Is that the internet driving that as well, would you say?
Yes, very much so. I mean, you know, it is changing, and I think it has been changing for quite a long time. But I think the pandemic has, you know, has accelerated that change. I mean, we see it with all these people working at home. Actually, a lot of them more happily and more productively, apparently. And I think, you know, clients come directly to me through the internet, through my website, and buy work directly from me, which is, I like that personal involvement with the client.
Yeah.
And you know, I think, yes, I mean, I enjoy working directly with clients, so I think that's a change that I can see happening. Whether that will continue, I don't think people are going to be desperately keen to go to private, you know, very crowded private view parties for a while.
No.
I mean,
No, I
had
think you're right.
last weekend in, not this one we've just had, the weekend before, in at Rabley Gallery just outside Marlborough, and there, you know, they had to have, I mean, the private view lasted for a day and a half because they could only have 6 people at a time. So, but you know, that was quite nice. But I'm sort of imagining that perhaps people will be more inclined to come and visit my studio and buy work directly from the studio.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think people would like that. I mean, I'm sure everybody's missing the interaction, and it's a much more personal thing, isn't it? When you're face to face, without a doubt.
Absolutely. Yeah. I've built a new studio which has got a very beautiful sort of exhibition space. So I'm hoping clients will come down and look at work.
Oh well, we'll have to get a photograph or two of that and let people see. That would be wonderful. Yeah, great. I'll look forward to that. So, your thought? Well, we touched on the future. What would you say are your thoughts that the future art market will look like? And probably that would be mostly from the artist perspective, because there is a lot of artists who are anxious currently with the state of play. I mean, we've had to curtail our own involvement in art fairs and pop-up galleries. So, you know, it's changing all the time, in actual fact, now, I think.
Yes, I think so. I mean, I don't know. I mean, at the moment, things are going very, very well for me. I mean, I've sold more work and got more commissions
Yeah,
in the last 4 months than I've had in the previous sort of 4 years, probably, which is
good grief.
extraordinary, really. So, I
Yeah,
mean, actually, things are looking very good, but I've no idea how long that will go on and what
I
the sort
know.
of
Yeah.
dynamics behind that are. But
I
you know,
think we're
it's
all trying to do a bit of crystal ball gazing, but
really, yeah,
it's not that easy by any stretch of the imagination, because the news is so mixed, isn't it? Of course.
really is. And
Yeah.
I mean, my plans, and this was before the COVID thing, um, was to actually sort of reduce my staff here, which I have done anyway, and I was going to do that anyway, um, and actually to spend more time making small things in the studio with my own two hands, just without needing to have a lot of machinery and help. And
Sure.
I don't stop doing large things, but I want to do those at workshops that I've used for decades in Italy and Germany, where they have all the equipment and all the skills and all the
Mm,
material, rather than
yeah.
have to actually maintain a lot of expensive machinery and equipment and employ quite a few people. I want to sort of, make it a bit more lean at the studio and spend more time on my own.
Yeah.
And want to do big things. I'll go off to Italy or Germany and do them there. Now, how that's going to work, how COVID and Brexit will impact on that, your guess is
What
as
an
good as
interesting dilemma for you. Yeah.
I've no idea. But and I like going to work in other places, and it's
Mm,
stimulating and interesting, and so that's my plan.
so, yeah. Well, we wish you all the very best with it, and hope the future stays as rosy as it is currently. That would be a good news story for everybody to hear, I'm sure. But
Good.
well, look, thank you ever so much for your time, and
Paul, it's a pleasure.
um,
Thank you for asking me, and I do hope the auction goes well. And
well, we'll let you know.
yeah,
Yeah,
do.
yeah, we'll be in touch, and love to see something new from you, and we'd love
Absolutely.
to show people what you're doing currently on an ongoing basis. So that would be
Have
great.
a look on the website. And when Mandy's back, she was in Copenhagen last week, but she's back now. So on Wednesday, she'll be updating not only things on the website, but probably on these other social media things.
Great. Yeah. I know that
So
feeling.
Facebook
The
or whatever they are.
never-ending Twitter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, all that Twitter stuff. But
yeah,
anyway, there'll be images eventually of the new studio and what I'm currently up to. So
great. Yeah, no, we'd love to keep abreast with what you're doing. That'd be lovely. So,
good.
well, look, thanks again. Time to sign off, because we're actually out of time. So,
Okay,
yeah,
thanks.
but great
That's
way to see you and speak to you again, I have to
very
say.
good. We have to do it now.
Yeah, that's it.
Right.
Thanks a lot, Peter. Bye for
Thank you.
now.
Yeah, take
Bye.
care now. Bye.